Hi Libra, welcome to your fortnightly check-in with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your remember, these are purely tarot as well, so there's no astrology in these, so make sure you check them out for your sun, your moon or your ascendant, or all three, just to make sure which one actually really does resonate with you the most. All right, so for your cross purposes, what is getting in the way of your good success this month, this fortnight? So you've got the Emperor, right? So on the macrocosmic level, it may very well be that you come up against a challenge with an authority figure in some way, shape or form. It doesn't have to be the police, but it could very well be a legal matter. That's possible. It could be that you have a problem with an institution. Let's say there's something that you've applied for or that you need, and maybe you're having a problem with the authority figure within that structure. So watch out for that. The other thing with the Emperor as well, because it can be about your environment, it may very well be that something that you are trying to do or some way that you're trying to express yourself, which is quite possible because your ruling planet Libra, Venus, is now in the sign of Leo. So this could be that there's something I know I said I wasn't going to use any astrology, but sometimes I can't help myself just with the little links that show up. What really interests me or intrigues me about this is you could be trying to really express yourself on something, and there could be like an authority figure that's really trying to clamp down on that. Now, on a microcosmic level, you've got the Nine of Cups. I mean, to be honest with you, your cross purposes, it's going to come down to your charisma and your ability to charm people. Libra is really good at using their words to get what they want. So providing you can tap into that energy, you may be able to turn this naysayer or you know, hard ass or hard as nails kind of authority figure. You might be able to get them onto your side, but it is going to require, excuse me, I'm so sorry, my allergies are killing me at the moment. But it is going to require you to be really, what's the word? It's going to require you to tap into that innate sort of charisma that you have and your ability to speak. Now, on a microcosmic level, the other thing with the Nine of Cups, it could be that you are feeling, I almost want to say like you might be taking a slightly superior feeling, and it may actually be working against you. It's almost like I'm not budging from my viewpoint, and you know, this might be a case where you can grow if you're willing to admit that maybe there is a better way to do something. For your actions and interactions with the world at large, you've got the Tower card, okay, with the Ten of Pentacles, all right, and the Seven of Pentacles. Home and work are about to collide. These are two areas of your life that are going to want very different things from you. Now, as a Libran, it is your, you know, natural DNA to find a way to mediate or to bring things together in a synthesis. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a possibility of this week. Now, on a personal level, this could be that the work and the home life, you know, go through some sort of a disruption. I touch wood, I really hope I'm wrong on this front, but we're going to see an earthquake this week. This fortnight, it looks like it's going to be quite a ground shaker as well. That's on like sort of on the world stage. On a more personal level as well, something that you've been putting a lot of time, effort and energy into could now suddenly take off. But it might be one of those things like, you know, like sometimes when you work on something for so long that you just kind of accept that it's part of your everyday reality to work really hard on this. You don't really consider that moment where it actually starts to work or take off. There's something about this that feels like the demand for whatever it is that you've created is far going to outstrip the supply, and you're not really going to know how to deal with it until it happens. That's one way that this could show up. On in terms of the career and the communications, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of earth here. with the Moon card, okay, and the Ace of Wands, right? So when it comes to conversations, talks, and etc. that you're having around the work, this could be a new endeavor that kind of takes on a mind of its own, which kind of echoes this as well. The other thing here as well, when it comes to the career, it looks like a lot of you are either reconnecting with old ideas or bringing old ideas back off the shelf. For a lot of you, this could be you've wanted to shine a spotlight on something specific that you do for some time but haven't had the opportunity. Well, now the opportunity shows up for you. So for those of you that are studying or in some kind of vocation, some kind of education, I actually really like this for highlighting where you are just as good as some of your peers. So this could be, maybe an invite of some sort to become a teaching assistant. What they don't know is it looks like you've been working already quite hard to get to the space that you're in. So I don't know if you have the time or the scope for it, but it is worth considering at least for the future. Now, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could literally be that you are starting to finally have fun or enjoy your work, and then all of a sudden you've got somebody trying to clamp down on this. And this is interesting because it looks like a creative idea or endeavor that you really believe in. Somebody's trying to stamp it down, and I really feel like, to be honest with you, it's just a lot of sour grapes. It's not necessarily because they think that, oh, you can't manage it at the moment or whatever, or we don't have the resources to do this. It's bollocks. The truth of the matter is they're jealous. All right, so watch out for that. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I would say that it's not so much ambiguous results, but it does feel like there's an unclear kind of energy in this. And it's almost like a creative idea or endeavor that you're trying to sort of get off the ground, if you like. Excuse me. It requires more manpower than you currently are willing or able to put behind it. And so it's like you're going to try to do this thing all on your own, when actually it would be wiser to open it up to maybe even if it were just like a select few people, rather than trying to just like literally just do it on your, on your lonesome. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is an old hobby, an old idea. This is you going back to something from your past, probably a literary pursuit. For those of you that are writers, that are trying to write a book or a memoir of some sort, this could be where you really start to dig into this, and it's going to see you working very hard. Now, for those of you that are employed by other people, this does suggest that there's about to be a lot of night shifts going on, or working late into the night on something for a lot of you Librans out there. For your love and relations, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I know it's really gross, but unfortunately it's allergy season, and mine seem to be kicking my butt as they do every year, and all of the usual lotions and potions just aren't cutting it. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Swords. Nice. And the World card. If you are single, this looks like a connection to what I would consider to be somebody who is like a world traveler. So you could be meeting someone over the course of this next, let's say 2 to 4 weeks for this, because you've got the Ace of Swords, and you could be having a conversation with somebody, and then you could realize very quickly that you're actually really attracted to them. It might also be that you already have travel plans to go somewhere to do something, and then you meet someone or connect with somebody and they just absolutely knock your socks off, and you start to then consider, do I actually want to take this trip, or do I stay put and just start to really explore this potential connection with this person? You connect on a mind level. It could also be that the other person is planning to travel as well, right? So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is a moment of clarity, but it's a moment of crowning glory. There's something here that comes full circle. There's something here where you and your significant other are seeing the results, the actual tangible physical results of something that you set into motion a very long time ago. And this thing that you set into motion a long time ago, you would probably be looking at, for those of you that can say that you've been with your partner this long and upwards, 8 to 10 years. Like this looks like a long time something has been coming, and it's like now you start to see the results or the shaping up of it. So this could be really nice. And then for your money and materials, you've got the King of Cups with the High Priestess. So a Cancerian male could feature around your finances. And because we're heading into Cancer season, right, this literally basically says that your ideas and your creative endeavors, whether you're employed by, you know, somebody else, whether you work for yourself or whatever the case might be, it's your ideas, your personal loves, your personal things that you really enjoy doing that are actually going to generate the kind of money that you're looking for. This could also be a project that you're working on behind the scenes that you believe in at a heart-based level, that is kind of like intuitively led. It's not happening like you didn't sit and think, yes, I'm going to do this. It's like it just intuitively is coming through. It's like it's being drip fed to you by the universe. Really exciting. Now, there could be financial revelations around this time that make you very happy. So this could be some good news around investments or things that you've bought or purchased, or maybe even the fact that your home is now worth way more than what you paid for it. For those of you that are when it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is a lot of water, right? And when it's the Cancerian element of water, what we really are looking at here are the waters of your body, specifically like your hormones, etc. And because you've got this with the King of Cups as well, whose natural ruler is Scorpio, I'm going to say this is the fluids of the body, as in like the sexual fluids. Now, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but if you've got anything going on in that area, go and get yourself looked at. I don't think that this is an STI. It looks more like it could be like a urinary infection. Again, I'm not a doctor, that's not a diagnosis, but it's possible with this mix of cards because of the way that they've come up. On a brighter note, this could also be that you start to pay more attention to the vital waters of the body. So maybe you're going on a bit of a detox or a cleanse of some kind. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is a beautiful triplet, because this is home is warm, it's sensual, it's settled, it's lovely, it's creative, and it's almost like you're just in your flow of creativity, and it's just going and going and going. It's not hard, it's not forced. You're loving everything that you're producing at the moment and that you're ready for. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.